Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Monday, October 29, 2018. Several fans in attendance at WWE Evolution last night noted that the crowd heavily booed when a commercial was shown for the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. The WWE reportedly turned down the crowd volume on the pay-per-view broadcast due to the loudness of the boos. And also, the criticism for WWE doesn't stop there. Former WWE star Taryn Terrell, better known as Tiffany, wrote the following on Twitter about the Evolution pay-per-view. Tiffany tweeted, "Was Evolution WWE's attempt to make up for the fact that women can't even attend a show in Saudi Arabia? Give me a break, Vince. #cash grab." Also, Jim Ross recently commented on the WWE-Saudi Arabia relationship during his podcast, along with a few highlights from that same podcast. On Crown Jewel, Jim Ross said, "It is a hot-button issue right now. The thing that cannot be compromised is putting any talent or any WWE personnel or any fans in jeopardy. If everyone feels completely comfortable with the safety, that's the platform for me. Then you should do it. I'm not going to get into all the politics and the oppression and all these things. I know I'm not read on it. It's not something that I'm going to read on. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. I know every person, no matter their color or gender, should be treated equally. That's what I believe. I don't care what their nationality is, what party they're in, what side of the aisle they sit on. So I think if you've got a guy on the card that needs a payday because WWE has got massive rights fees coming, that doesn't go in everybody's pocket." On his greatest Royal Rumble payday, Jim Ross said, "One of my biggest paydays in my history of working for Vince McMahon was making a trip to Saudi Arabia. I got paid very, very well, and much more than a former guy doing the payoffs when I would have paid myself. And if it affected me in that regard, how many other people that were there, some of them for days and weeks, even more, how many of them did it affect in a positive way? So I'm not going to be the guy to get up and talk about things that I don't quite understand. I know what I believe, but I also don't want to take any money out of a wrestler's pocket and takes care of their family. That has always been my pet peeve. Take care of the talent, and if the talent doesn't want to go, they shouldn't go, and they won't have to go. That's what I think about this Saudi thing. There's no right answer, guys. There really isn't, I don't think. I've heard both sides of the argument, and both cases can make very good points that I can say, yeah, I can see that, yeah, I can see that too. But I don't have the right answer apparently. But I have an answer for me. My answer is, if it's safe and the talents can go earn money that they need, look, Christmas is coming. Think of those things as simple as it may be. Oh, listen, JR had this reason that WWE should go to Saudi because it's near Christmas. What an idiot, what an idiot. Okay, maybe I am an idiot, but the bottom line is I would move cautiously, WWE. I would try to make sure that everything is as safe as it humanly possibly could be. Nobody would go if they didn't want to go, and I would divvy that money up like you did before in a very fair, equitable way because it's new money. It's significant new money. It's not like running a house show in Muskogee, Oklahoma next week. This is big time money for a lot of guys. Some of them are looking at it like they have less paydays left than they have earned previously. So that's my thoughts on Saudi. And on Shawn Michaels' return, Jim Ross said, "I think Shawn has got plenty of matches left in him if he's wisely booked. In other words, I don't see the return at Saudi Arabia being a one-off. If Shawn can go out and maintain the level of performance that he will be comfortable with, and trust me, he will not be comfortable with mediocrity, does he have to adjust his game a little bit? Of course he does. He will be great no matter what. When he was off for 4 years and then he came back to wrestle at WWE, I told him when I went to San Antonio, Texas, that he owed it to himself more than anything else to finish his legacy and don't let it end this way. I'm sure others would tell him the same thing. He took it to heart and made the decision on his own. And he came back, and the night he was back, he was amazing. After 4 years off, no practice. So Shawn has got a lot left in the tank, in my view, if the vehicle is driven correctly. Pedal to the metal, day in, day out, ain't gonna happen. If he's smartly and strategically booked, you're damn right. I could see him having something big and significant at WrestleMania. He would be if I was sitting in that chair suggesting stuff. At least that would be the suggestion. Thanks to WrestlingInc.com for the quotes. Becky Lynch teased a future match with Ronda Rousey with the following post on Twitter. Becky Lynch posted a photo on Twitter that said Ronda Rousey followed you, and underneath the photo she simply wrote, "She tried." Here are some news and notes coming off the WWE Evolution pay-per-view from last night. ProWrestlingSheet.com is reporting that despite Evolution having an NXT TakeOver vibe, Vince McMahon was still in charge from the gorilla position. Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Michael Hayes, and Road Dogg were among the others that were hands-on with the show's production. Mike Johnson of PWInsiderElite.com noted why the kickoff show might have felt off to some viewers. Mike Johnson said, "The kickoff show was pre-taped. By the time it was on the air, they had been already taping it for a half an hour or so." Thanks to RingsideNews.com for the quote. In a post-Evolution interview, Nikki Bella said that she felt the Divas Era is officially over, but it's not over with Ronda Rousey. Nikki vowed to come back as a brand new woman and give the women's division someone to fear. Ronda Rousey also did a post-match interview and praised Nikki's performance. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson praised the women of WWE on Twitter, but got some criticism for praising the fabulous Moolah. As previously noted, Moolah's controversial personal life was brought to light when WWE attempted to use her name for a battle royal at WrestleMania. The tweet that Dwayne Johnson wrote on Twitter was, "Congratulations to all the WWE female superstars and the company as a whole for tonight's historic all-women's pay-per-view, WWE Evolution. From the fabulous Moolah to Sherry Martel to Wendy Richter, all amazing women paving the way for this incredible night. #respect." Dave Richard fired back at The Rock by tweeting, probably not Moolah. Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com is reporting that there has been a pitch for Drew McIntyre to be added to the Brock Lesnar vs. Braun Strowman Universal title match at WWE Crown Jewel. There has also reportedly been talk about McIntyre replacing John Cena in the World Cup tournament. And finally, here on JJWN, 1 year ago today, I started up Jammin John's Wrestling News on the Amazon Alexa skill store and on Spreaker.com. I just want to take this moment to, from the bottom of my heart, say thank you to each and every single one of you that has been listening to me for the past year. I really do appreciate the response and the impressions that I have left on all of you in just 1 year. Over 1,340 people downloaded Jammin John's Wrestling News onto their Amazon Alexa devices, and Jammin John's Wrestling News has been played over 13,638 times. It's also been enabled on 894 Amazon Echo and Echo Dot devices. Thank you so much. Thank yous just don't do it justice. I love you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me. When you have a rough day and you listen to me, the one thing that I want to do is make big impressions and have a big reach on people's lives with what I do. And I'm really happy that over 1,300 have downloaded this app. Over 800 people enabled it on Echo and Echo Dots, and episodes have been played over 13,000 times. And it's just wow! In just 1 year, that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for letting this old Kentucky boy be well known. Thank you. I love you guys so much. That is your news for Monday, October 29th, 2018. Check back here tomorrow for another Jammin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing on Amazon Alexa devices. Big shout out to everybody listening to this on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Stewie Family is the name. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram to Jammin John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin John's Wrestling News or your wrestling promotion, wanting to get your next big event out through the awesome power of Amazon Alexa, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. I want to take this moment to thank everybody that has subscribed to my Patreon since JJWN started back on October 29th of last year. I want to thank George Seaver for being a great supporter of mine. I also want to thank Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson, who's currently subscribed to my Patreon. And you too can subscribe to my Patreon by going to patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from $3 to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. This is Jammin John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.